What are the questions you're asking yourself every time you start to develop a story?
Usually, one of the first things I ask is, can it be done like right this moment? Um, depending on how it's being funded or depending on how I have to approach it. Um, I like what I've noticed in a lot of instances is when people go to make projects, they always focus on shooting it. Very few people focus on finishing it. You know what I mean? Through post and everything. So you always have to consider how you're going to finish it. And so, yeah, if I have an idea, it depends on how I'm going to do it. If I'm getting an investor, a private investor, or if I'm going to produce it myself, I start asking myself those questions. In the case of Lazarus, for instance, Lazarus is a feature film that well, I'm just finishing up post on right now. I partnered with Sean Riggs, who's an actor and also a producer, and we sort of went into it together as a vehicle for him. He had done a lot of great work up to that point, and but he wanted to do things more in the action genre, and so we sort of developed it, and the plan was to get outside investors, and which is what we did. So knowing that, like I started to sort of devise a plan because my goal was to sort of create more movies in the sci-fi superhero genre, to create my own universe of heroes, because I felt like there should be more inclusion of heroes, but I also feel like it's something that we can do ourselves. I don't feel like we have to leave everything to Marvel or DC. Like I feel like there's room for other people to create heroes of their own. I'm very much a person who feels like you don't have to wait for someone else. I think you can do it yourself. I've always sort of had that attitude. So, yeah, with Lazarus, we had an idea. I started writing, and we started reaching out to different financiers, and based on the work I'd already done, like the feature I'd just done before that, Call Me King, we'd done like a limited theatrical. It was on Netflix and did really well on Netflix, and a lot of other streaming platforms. And so we were sort of able to use the momentum of that film to fund Lazarus. And so, yeah, we sort of just went into that with the idea of that being the first of many new heroes that we'd create. And then my next feature coming up is called The Almighty Street Team. It's based on a comic book and a video game. And the guys that created that, it's 5 guys who sort of had their own individual hero, and then they sort of put them all together. They met at a comic book convention, and they put all of them together into one book. And when I saw it, I was super blown away by it. And so I knew those were going to be sort of the 2 flagship heroes, like in this new studio, Wonder Studios. And so, yeah, we sort of set out on this quest, man, to just bring new heroes to the screen. So I'm really excited for people to see Lazarus. We worked really hard on it, and it was an interesting experience because there's a lot of visual effects involved. It's probably it's the most visual effects heavy film I've done to date.